Hey guys, it's Zoe. I'm just doing a quick intro for my how to deep clean your makeup brushes video. So this is kind of like a how-to. I'm going to show you how to deep clean your makeup brushes. Obviously there's spot cleaning and, kind of wiping them off, but this is how to deep clean them to get all of the germs and bacteria off. I would recommend doing this at least once a week, or if you don't really have time, at least once every 2 weeks. You need to wash your makeup brushes, especially if you're really prone to breakouts or have sensitive skin, because when you're using your makeup brushes for a whole week straight and you're putting it on the blemishes, or you're using dark colored eyeshadow, obviously all that stuff and product is going to still be in your brushes. So if you clean them, it's going to be a fresh new start. Plus, I noticed after I wash my makeup brushes, the next day when I do my makeup, the makeup looks a lot prettier and it applies a lot better when my makeup brushes are clean and fresh. So I recommend washing them once a week, and let's get into it. So to wash your makeup brushes, you want to use a baby shampoo. This is just the generic baby shampoo, gentle with eyes, cleanse hairs gently, and hypoallergenic. And the reason you want to use a baby shampoo is because if you use a regular shampoo, all the chemicals and sulfates in it can ruin your brush hairs. So do not use a regular shampoo. If you don't have baby shampoo, it's really inexpensive, but if you don't have any, even using hand soap is a little better than using shampoo, or even bar soap, something, but just do not use shampoo on it because that can ruin your brush hairs. But I recommend using baby shampoo because that is the best thing to get your brushes clean. You also will need a towel to lay your brushes on, or some kind of something to put your brushes on. I have all my dirty brushes there right now. And then obviously you need a sink. You want to turn the water on warm. You don't want it cold because that's not really going to cleanse them as much, but you don't want it really hot because that can also ruin your brushes. If you have warm, it will cleanse them and get all the bacteria out, and that's the perfect temperature for them. So I'm going to start off with this really dirty, my powder brush. This is the e.l.f. Kabuki face brush, and when you're washing your brushes, you want to make sure to hold them upside down, because if you have the water running onto the hair, that can mess them up and fray the hair and really disshape them. So you want to make sure when you have water running on it, you have it running downwards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some baby shampoo into my hand, kind of like a quarter size amount. The bigger the brush is, the more baby shampoo you need. And then this brush is wet right now. And also while the water is running, I'm going to swirl the brush and get it all foamy, and you can see a lot of like the foundation or whatever you're using come off on your hand and into the sink. And if it's a bigger brush or if it's really dirty, you might want to do it more than once, maybe twice, just to make sure you get it all out. And then you really want to make sure you rinse all of the soap out. So keep going until you see no more bubbles. So I'm going to do that. Once you're done with one brush, you want to keep it upside down, and you want to squeeze out all the excess water so it's not like too wet. And then you can also take the towel and dry some off and kind of shape it. And you want to kind of reshape it when it's wet so it'll dry shaped. Obviously this one was puffier, but you can't really space them out, but just, have all the hairs going in the same direction and then lay them on the towel to dry. I did that with this one. My recording cut off of me washing it, but I washed this one twice. And you just do this and you lay them out on a towel to dry. And so now I'm going to do one with a sponge and show you how to do that. There's obviously a special wash you can get for these, but for this is just like a knockoff beauty blender. Right now it's not wet obviously, but this has a ton of foundation on it. Sometimes it stains. It's the same concept. Obviously it's going to get really big. You just want to keep squeezing it and washing it, and eventually it'll get clean and you dry it off. Another tip is also this metal part is what holds all of the brush hairs, and it's actually like a really strong glue holding all the hairs together in this little metal piece. So you do not want to try to get this too wet or get water down into it. That's another reason you don't want to hold your brush like this. Obviously you can't really avoid it getting a little bit of water on it, but don't try to drench this metal part or really close right here to water, because that can again make the brush hairs fall out or make them shed a little bit more than normal. And there, I am now finished washing all of my makeup brushes. They're obviously all wet and they're drying. In a few hours, like the smaller ones probably will be dry, or your eye brushes, but sometimes you can flip them or kind of reshape them again, and so they can dry a little bit faster and all of that. But you kind of want to try to do this like not the night before, because they might not be dry in the morning if you're doing it for school. So I would say like Sunday afternoon, so they'll be dry by Monday morning for school or something like that.